Okay, the part everybody's been waiting for. We're moving on to the round robin section here. And the overall topic is, what should leaders watch next? I'm going to push a couple questions out to my colleagues and get their reactions. I'm going to throw this to Stu and then Shannon. What's one area where organizations can't afford to wait and should take action now?
I think it goes back to what I said in the first question, John. It gets down to the idea of change when it comes to digital adoption. I think that's number one. You can't wait. You need to have a strategy. You need to build an optimist plan in the organization of what that's going to mean. Find those change agents, as you said, within the organization. I think that's number one. Write it down, do it today.
Okay, very similar. I think that agencies have to act now to modernize the back office, procurement, finance, HR, and cloud infrastructure. These are parts of the agencies that have been under strain for a long time. They must be able to move faster, more consistently. And back to partnerships, I think that the CIO, in partnership with mission leadership, will really create the new structures that are needed.
Terrific. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks, Stu. Looking ahead, which of the trends feel significantly urgent to address by mid-year? Who wants to take that question? Obviously, we've talked about a lot of stuff today. I think we covered a lot of ground, but where do you feel that significant urgency must be taken on some of the trends by mid-year? Otherwise, organizations will have real impact.
I'll go first, John, real quick. I think back to the organizational framework of where you're going when it comes to adopting technology and change within your organization. I think if I just put change, right? It's going to be coming at you rapidly. We talked about that early on. And I think understanding what the change adoption curve means in your organization. I love what you said about finding those change agents within your organizations. They're the ones that are going to help tell the story. That's the thing I would say by mid-year, you've got to have it, because everything we talk about after that, in all the industries, the tech and everything else, is change, right? And whether there's big bang or iterative, understand how your organization can absorb that so you don't get into a fear model, and also just put a plan in place and find those change agents.
Thanks, Stu. Okay, if you had to name one thing leaders should stop doing in 26, I think a lot of times we talk about what should people do right away. To make room for what matters, what would it be? What should leaders stop doing in 2026? Anyone want to take that one?
I'm going to say sorry, Shannon, I have any degree of resistance to what's coming. It's a technological sea change that's going to lead to behavior change in the workforce. And we've seen this movie a number of times over the last several decades. This is just the latest incarnation of technology change.
My answer is similar. So stop the fear. Let's embrace the excitement. There's amazing potential.
So I want to thank everybody for joining on behalf of Guidehouse. Thank you again for your time and attention to this. As a reminder, a recording of our webinar will be shared with all the attendees via email. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us with questions. We hope you have a great day. And thanks again to the panelists.